Hi, this is Big V. It's Thursday night, September 19th, 2019. I'm going to play a clip here for you. It's back in from 2017. The guy that you're going to hear this evening has passed away. I guess he passed away a couple weeks to a month or two ago. He's no longer with us. And so I'm going to let you hear him. His name is John Schmuck. I used to call him John Schmuck, but his name is John Schmuck, and he was a mentor in the Neothink Society. And I just want you to listen in to him and see what you think. And this is the so-called message of hope, so to speak. I don't find nothing with this stuff, but I like to play it and record it so other people can hear and judge it for themselves. So you judge it for yourself and see what you think. Here it is. Here is John Schmuck with the Congregation of Inspiration. Here it is. Listen in.
Hello, this is John Schmuck, and I just have a few housekeeping notes before I get started. They would have to include run, go grab some earplugs. You may need them. For today, I'm breaking free. And I'm gonna belt out a few tunes today for all of you, my dear friends. Furthermore, I trust that when I'm done, you'll still be dear friends. And hopefully some of you might even agree with me that possibly, maybe, I have a lovely singing voice. However, I'm on new audio equipment I just bought yesterday. I would ask if I'm not coming across clear, across too loud, just press star 2 and I'll let you know. We'll see the board light up. Something's wrong, so I can make adjustments. Also, you're going to hear the word singing just prior to any time I belt out of tune, because that's going to be a little louder. I'm going to pull the phone away from your ear. And I'll proceed my belting out of tune with the word singing to allow you time to grab your earplugs. The earplugs are optional, but highly suggested. Also, make certain you understand that my unique messages of hope are my personal viewpoints in my life. Honestly, I use them, bounce them off you, to use them to help me make personal life adjustments for myself. They may or may not apply to you. I just like to share my journey into Neothink. So let's get ready. Let's get set. Let's go. Today's message of hope. Let's see. Does it have a title? Yeah, it does. Lead with your heart. It starts with, and I personally just absolutely love the artistic message found within our theme song, the Four Tenors in Canada. And they simply spill their heart onto paper. And they ask each and every one of us, just quote, lead with your heart, unquote. I'll say it again, lead with your heart. As Van Halen screams, singing right now. Hey, it's your tomorrow. right now. Come on. It's everything right now. Catch that magic moment. Do it right here and now. It means everything. I personally believe that one of the greatest gifts that author, successful businessman, and fellow genius Mark Hamilton gave to each and every one of us freely, my dear friends, is the immense power. Never underestimate the immense power of the analogy. It's simply a different way of looking at things. Have the courage, find the courage to stand tall and proudly state right along with Mark Hamilton, quote, I see things differently, unquote. Isn't this the starting line for all change? We've already established change is a constant in our universe. It'll occur forever. And change, in my opinion, is one of our most important actions. Is not the opposite of change stagnation? Wow. When I wrote that last night, I was like, wow, that's an interesting integration. And it just flowed. It just ended up on paper. I'm like, so I'm going to ask again. Quote, is not the opposite of change stagnation? Unquote. Something to think about. I should get back with you later on my thoughts on that. That's powerful. In my, so I've talked about before about I have a pre-literature life and I have a post-literature life. When I found these wonderful books, my life's, oh my gosh, 360 for me. It was, no, wait, you can't do 360, but 380. My life changed from 180, just completely opposite from when I was born and raised to believe up to the age of 39. And the last 12 years, I would very much understate the pleasure of the last 12 years of my life since I found this literature. But that's a story for another day. During much of my pre-literature life, I realized that something was very wrong with the status quo, and or something was very wrong about trying to be politically correct. I personally enjoyed spending my entertainment dollar on live comedy shows. For a comic is probably the quintessential occupation that requires you to look at life differently. So today I still enjoy a show or two, although my value creation always trumps live comedy and live music every time. But about 6 weeks ago, and I want to share with you, I was invited to a comedy show in Laughlin, Nevada. This show then, and/or the artist is Terry Fator, Fator. It's a ventriloquist. Being a big fan of Jeff Dunham, I had absolutely no desire to be this up-and-coming ventriloquist, Terry Fator. I didn't want to waste my precious time listening to this particular artist. I had never heard of him before. I'd never heard of his name. Didn't know who he was. But, I reluctantly accepted the invitation and was dragged to see this show. But as, after I accepted it, prior to seeing the show, I did a little further investigation, and I discovered that he was the winner, the sole survivor of season 2 of the TV show America's Got Talent. Now, this is a show where hundreds of contestants vie for number one. And I can't remember if the public that votes or the judges. But anyway, number one, whoever's left standing at the end, receives $1 million. And they receive a contract, probably more valuable, for a one-year engagement on the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. So this gentleman, Terry Fader, won season 2, and during that first-year commitment to, it was Heron's Casino Entertainment Group, there happened to be, the story goes, there happened to be some, quote, suits, unquote, bigwigs, if you will, from another entertainment group called the Mirage Entertainment Group that just happened into one of his shows. It was no longer than 2 weeks later. Terry Fader, a no-name ventriloquist from Dallas, Texas, found himself signing the second most lucrative contract ever in history. It was $100 million, 5-year deal, $20 million a year. They bought this guy, and he had an option to renew for an additional 5 years. He's now already renewed that contract for an additional $100 million, and he's in his 7th year. So now I'm like, I'm excited. I want to see this show. What the heck is worth $20 million a year? I want to know. So I'm just going to say, OMG, and if you ever have the opportunity to see ventriloquist Terry Fader, go. Get tickets. You will witness an artist. I mean, talk about each one of us has the ability to, excel in different formats according to Mark, and one of them is artistic. So this gentleman he's following only one thing, and he's following it at all costs. He's following only his passions. This is a man living his dream. He's spilling his heart and his soul. He's sharing it with the world. So my hat's off to you, Terry Fader. Fator. Just Google it. Anyway, I brought us all to this doorstep of a great comedy show because during my message of hope, it's about music and it's about singing. It's about art. Art is, I don't know, art strums our soul. And I'm excited about presenting this message of hope. That my soul has been stirred in ways I didn't know I could stir it. The past, week I've been working on this, but I personally view these two occupations, the comic and the songwriter, as brothers, sisters, if you will. Both a gifted comedian and the musical songwriter, the lyricist, most often have perfected the ability and the usage of the analogy, a different perspective. Vital importance here. Mark talks about analogies, a different perspective. Embrace that. Most of these comedians and songwriters, they follow only their essence. They, quote, lead with their heart, unquote. Their passion. I.e., they've already made the life choice against all odds. Both occupations. Spilling their heart out to the world that we all share. So I going to be honest here, I definitely do not, I probably should have Googled the definition of analogy. So this definition of analogy is my personal definition. It's not a dictionary definition, but I have the analogy here that it's the ability to step outside of the current situation, to view an issue from afar. And this process will always allow for a faster adjustment in any of the changes that we each might want to make to direct our own lives. So let me apply my theory to the congregation of inspirations, wonderful and inspiring and chosen theme music. The four tenors. Quote, lead with your heart, unquote. Singing in this world, it's hard to tell the shadow from the light. What is real can find a way to hide behind the lies. Don't be fooled, oh, rule by voices all around you, 'cause your road will always be revealed. So now, not singing, allow me to share verse 2, which we don't play, and you would only know of this verse if you downloaded it. But I would encourage you to download from iTunes Mark Hamilton's daughter, Lanika's song, and also download the four tenors, Lead with Your Heart. Verse 2. If you lead with your heart. It's the first thing that you can trust to always come from love. And it will shine right through the dark, like a northern star, to show you what is true. You'll never lose if only you will lead with your heart. The primary message that I wanted to bring to you today, in line with the four tenors' heart-stirring vocals, is this is the primary message for each one of us. I love writing about the power of one. For each one of us, the power of one, to follow only, I beg you, follow only your individual passion. Follow only the self-leader inside. The soul, the spirit, whatever you personally call it, it doesn't matter. Follow nothing other than the immense power that resides within you. Right now. It's there. You just have to embrace it. The reason I ask you to focus on this vital integration is my personal belief that far too many people either don't live in harmony with their inner being, or far worse, they attempt to silence, they attempt to drown out that voice of personal reason. Listen, embrace that genius voice inside you of self-leadership. As our musical journey through John's favorite artists and songwriters continues, I would be amiss not to mention, possibly, in my opinion, of course, some of the best lyrics ever written from a source that I was unaware of. The Flaming Lips is the name of the band. I didn't even know there was a band called The Flaming Lips. But they wrote a song called It's a Wonderful World. Singing. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. At this point, I would like to challenge each and every one of us. Two things that I do on a regular basis, and every time I see it, I do it. I don't care if I'm late, I still do it. The very next time you're driving about your day, you're working about your life, you're going about your motion, and you see beautiful live roses growing, stop. I want you to stop for 15 seconds. I want you to smell those roses. You'd be surprised how many private doorsteps have been caught off smelling roses. They stop you. What are you doing? I had to smell roses. I'm sorry. It's fine. A lot of times they say, "Do you want one?" Yeah, I'll take one. The very next time you see, number two, the very next time you see a schoolyard of young children playing, stop. Roll down your window, and for 15 seconds, I want you to listen to their carefree laughter. There's another fine art about the purpose of living, as Sheryl Crow shares, if it makes you happy. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. If it makes you happy, then why the hell are you so sad? And that would take me over to my first number one favorite artist of all time, Pink Floyd, with Learning to Fly. Sing. Ice is forming on the tips of our wings. Unheeded warnings, I thought of everything. No navigator to find my way home. Unladen, empty, and turned to stone. A soul intention that's learning to fly. Conditioned, grounded, but determined to try. Can't keep my eyes from the circling sky. Tongue tied and twisted, just an earthbound misfit eyes. Many of Pink Floyd's artistic writings are from a darker side, yet I'm a thorough fan, and few musicians, in my opinion, are 110% successful in infusing their message, their lyrics, with extreme passion. As they were singing, our hearts are spilled out upon the pages. So as we go about our lives and we discover these things daily, and we embrace change, we embrace just observing no finish line. We never think about problems, because within any problem, I can guarantee you there's a solution. We might not know that solution today, and that's okay. Because anytime we say, oh my gosh, it's a problem, it can't be solved, we immediately put up 15 foot walls. We put walls up all around us, and we can't see beyond those walls. We've accepted it's a problem and we can't fix it. So never accept the word. I think the word should be abolished from the dictionary, because within every problem there is an inherent solution. We look for it. So isn't it much better to say, you know what, I don't know how to solve that, but here's the thing. Check with me in a week. Give me a chance to do some power thinking. Give me a chance to do some investigation. Give me a chance to do some mini-day stuff. And you know what? I'm going to come up with possible, I don't know if it's the solution, but I'll come up with a possible direction. Might not get us to the solution, but it'll get us closer. So I'll say again, there exist no problems. They don't exist. There exists no problem. Only undiscovered solutions. So at any chance you get the opportunity to be strong in defending facts that are real and are valuable to you, as Tom Petty states, I won't back down. Sing. Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Gonna stand my ground. Won't be turned around. And I'll keep this world from dragging me down, 'cause I'll stand my ground. Looks like my content's a little short because I'm almost done here. I guess it just leaves a lot of room for the realm of awareness. Maybe there'll be some questions, maybe there won't. See. Saving, in my opinion, the best for last. I've had the fortune. I've had the fortune, and I would call it a fortune because to me it's a treasure. I've witnessed this lady's artistic ability, not once, not twice, but I believe 2 different times. And I can actually put myself in that, excitement again. And unfortunately, most likely, I don't know for sure, but most likely she's not toward the end. But here's the thing. Google the video, buy the video, listen to her passion. It's Tina Turner. Croons. Simply the best. I call you when I need you, when my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak a language of love like you know what it means. It can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Know this. We are all creators. We have always been creators. And yes, we will always